En dan ben je klaar. Heb je deze weer? Ja, goed zo. Oké. So we went to the second-hand shop the other day, got ourselves a nice oil lamp. It was suggested by one of our subscribers, Rob, thank you for that. Now I think I did all the things you told me not to do, so we got one that you can't fill up from the side, so you have to take the whole thing off. Also got a wick that is rounded, so more difficult to trim, like you say. But yeah, they had 3 different types and this was the nicest one, and you know, you do what the wife tells you. I'm just gonna fill it up with some lamp oil and gonna give it a test run tonight. Well, as you know, we live far away from civilization, which means that we don't get mail delivered right to our door. And so we have to install a post box about 3 kilometers away from here. There are certain rules in Sweden that you have to have about 4 households within a radius of 1 kilometer for you to be able to have a post box right in front of your house. And since we're only one family and the next one 3 kilometers away from here, we have to install one at our neighbors. So what I need to do is, we bought a post box. I need to create my own letterbox pole. So I put a pole onto a tire, and that's what I'm going to try and weld together now to make it extra sturdy. So here you see, got the pole. I think it's an old, whatever type of shaft from a tractor. Got that into an old tire, and then wedged it tight, and then on the other side where it is meeting the metal, I'll try and weld it on the top side and the bottom side, and hopefully that will make it sturdy. It's just a try out, so we'll see what the end result is. Okay. Don't know if that worked, but I don't think so. Doesn't look sturdy. Certainly melting the other thing. Don't know why it doesn't melt it together. Always my problem. It always seems the same when I'm welding. Okay, so it looks like I managed. It's not a pretty job, but it's functional, I think. So now I'm going to turn upside down and see if I can do the other side. Make it extra sturdy. Okay, here we go. The other side done. Looking rather good, I'd say. For an amateur anyway. Not bad at all. I think this one is good to go. Okay, Caroline came to help. So we've installed the post box. Can you open it, Caroline?
Yeah, I've got a key. Ta-da!
So I pulled some metal wires and one zip tie. We had one zip tie left.
That we could find.
That come out on the other side here. And I tie it around the pole. There's the zip tie. And the metal wire. Shake it. Seems alright. The clanging is the lid, so
Here.
pretty sturdy. And it's 1 meter 10 from the ground as instructed by the post, because of all the snow that we get, and if the snowplow comes along then you can get quite high snowbanks.
Yeah, and I think it's also so that the postman can stay in his wee van and just put
yeah.
his arm out the window of his van and do the post.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, very good.
Yeah.
Well, we just have to bring it over and pop it down. Fantastic. Okay, tonight I'll be cooking a huge batch of lentils. Be nice to have some extra in the freezer so I don't have to cook every night. I soaked about 800 grams of lentils overnight. It's quite an important stage in the cooking of lentils, not just because it breaks down the complex starches that are in there and makes it less gassy for you the next day, or that it's easier to cook as well. Cooking time, of course, reduces a lot, but also because, and probably most importantly, is that it releases an enzyme called phytase, which breaks down the phytic acid that is in lentils. This is very important because phytic acid can connect itself to calcium, iron and zinc. So what it does instead, this phytase enzyme will make these nutrients more bioavailable for you. Thus make your lentils much more healthy than what they usually already are. Zo, zijn nog niet klaar. Dat zijn komijnzaadjes. Don't use the water, of course, that the lentils soaked in overnight, because that's got all the phytic acid in it. Even smells gassy.
Like a fart.
Yeah. Rinse your lentils twice. And I like to add a bit of turmeric, always nice and healthy. And of course, good old salt. Nice and hot. And so we actually keep a lot of pulses, dried pulses, because they keep for so long, and there's so many different dishes that you can do with it. You know, the chickpeas, dals, beans, etc. So it's a nice thing to have when you want to stock up in your pantry. I think we certainly have food for more than a year's worth. Okay, probably get bored if I just had to eat pulses all the time, but if worse comes to worse, then we're okay for that. Yeah. Now I'm going to cook with some coconut oil. Keeps it vegan. Nice from time to time. Change it up a bit. Very quick, clear spices. Just a second or two. The main pot with the lentils. In with spinach. In the meantime, I'm also heating up water for the rice. And I do a simple one. I just flavor the basmati rice with some cassia bark, which is basically a version of cinnamon, and some cloves and green cardamom. So I have loads of those spices. I mean, you know, if you're going to be off-grid, far away from civilizations and your favorite restaurants, then doesn't mean that I don't want to still eat tasty food. So we made sure that we stocked up on all the special spices that make food that little bit extra delicious. It's not a good dish until the wife approves of it. For a sick wife, but you can still taste.
Yeah. Very good.
Very good. I got the thumbs up. Oh yeah, there's flamage. Look at that. Very bright. Wow. Good. Fantastic.